Hey, all you cool cats. Ready for a little fun? That's what I thought. Pop Talk, Scooby-Doo-Wah-Doo-Wah, Pop Talk. The fun never stops, you know. Pop Talk. If you're a nerd or a jock, run, don't just walk. Get ready to rock, you got Pop Talk.
Now, from Funko Hollywood, it's time for Pop Talk.
Hey everybody, Brian Mariotti, CEO of Funko. Welcome to another episode of Pop Talk from the hidden speakeasy at Funko Hollywood. Today's guest, one of the funniest men on the planet, Gabriel Iglesias, also known as Fluffy. Welcome aboard, my friend.
Thank you. This is a legit speakeasy because I've been in this building before and I didn't know that this room existed. Yeah.
Hidden, thus the hidden, right?
It's very hidden. It's by the bathroom in case you visit.
Before we start asking questions, feel free to dive into the bins. Make your own pop. It can be you, a loved one, a creation of your own, and just fiddle around with it as I ask you some fun questions about pop culture. And then at the end, we'll see what you made.
Well, all right. I was wondering what was going on here. I thought this was like the...
absolutely.
These are the Funkos that didn't make it.
So let's start with a question that's near and dear to everybody that loves pop culture. Gabriel, what do you collect?
What do I collect? I'm a big collector of Volkswagens. I have over 30. They're basically all microbuses from 1950 to 1967. And I keep them at a giant warehouse. So it's actually a Volkswagen museum. I also have a huge Marvel collection of just figures and stuff that takes up a large portion of my building.
So that's the question that everybody faces when they're a collector, like space, right? The idea of not having enough space to display your collection, but having a warehouse to be able to fill it with things you love, that's gotta be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Real quick, what's the most accurate, A, B, or C?
I'm gonna go to the right.
This
or your
one?
left, yeah.
All right, okay.
Hey, music.
So far, so good?
I mean, it looks remarkably like someone I've seen recently. Yeah.
Nice.
And I know there's got to be a goatee in there somewhere, right?
Hey, every now and then I shave it all off.
There you
so we'll
go.
see what. Oh,
there you go.
Never mind. Not today, people. Not today.
Music's huge to me personally. When you're growing up, I mean, allowances, maybe a birthday gift where you got money from grandma. What was the first time you actually took your money that either you earned or were given to and actually went out and bought something, whether it was a cassette or an album, or what was the first piece of music you purchased?
Probably, this is gonna be funny. Taking birthday money and going to the mall and going to a music store when they had music stores, and buying a cassette single. Now I know a lot of people are like, "What the hell is that? A cassette single?" First of all, cassette. It's just there was only 2 songs on it, and to think that something this big only had 2 songs on it, where something this big cannot hold millions of songs. I went and I bought. It was Beach Boys. I bought the song Kokomo. It was when the Tom Cruise movie came out. And so I really wanted that song, and I went to the store and I bought it. It was a Sam Goody.
There you go.
And so I used my birthday money to go buy a cassette single.
I love it. So you grew up in arguably the heyday of the video game world, right? How it progressed so rapidly from one console to another. What's your all-time favorite video game?
My all-time favorite video game, you got to figure, I remember playing Pong.
Yep.
Pong, it was an Atari. Atari used to make video game systems, and so I used to play Pong. And then in 1987, I got my Nintendo Entertainment System, and I remember playing Super Mario Brothers, and I played that game until I couldn't even blink. That was my favorite game ever, and whenever I get the chance to play it, I'll still sit there and play the game. I'm not as much into games now because it's too many buttons, and apparently I have arthritis now.
Right.
I saw like one of those old guys. In my day, we had one button and you used it, just one button, and it worked. You didn't need 18.
Yeah, we used to take I used to take my lunch money that my mom would give me every day for school and go play asteroids in the pool lobby of the local indoor pool, and then I have to go scrounge a free lunch off a girl. So that all my money went to a stand-up arcade asteroid game. So
never use your own money if you don't have to.
That's right, exactly. If you were a superhero, any superhero that's been known in the comic book universe or on TV or a movie, who would you choose?
Well, my favorite superhero is Iron Man. I love the fact that Tony Stark lets everybody know he's Tony Stark. He's just super cool, and he's like, yeah, man. I think Elon Musk is Tony Stark. He lets people know, I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna go to different planets, and I'm gonna get high with Joe Rogan. So, that's how he rolls, and I just think that's so cool that he can be that open, that honest. He doesn't hide anything like Bruce Wayne. Mr. I gotta sleep in a cave, right? Get a butler. You know, I'm not bougie, but I also fight crime. Nah, that's why the Joker hates him. By the way, how come you got like the tan heads, but the bodies are still very white? I'm trying to like,
because you were covered up for most of the summer, and you didn't wear sunscreen on your head.
I can either go super dark and get muscles, or I
Yeah.
can go super white and have good credit. So one of the two is gonna happen. I like that right there.
All
That's
right.
cool.
Looking good. Southern California, known for Disneyland, known for amusement parks as a whole. What's your favorite ride at Disneyland? Not necessarily the best ride at Disneyland. What's your favorite ride at Disneyland?
Favorite ride of all time has to be the original Star Tours. I know they have a new Star Tours now, and you can have like 8 different adventures,
Yep.
but the original one one where it's like you weren't sure what was gonna happen, the screen pops up, the little robot's talking to you, and next thing you know, you're feeling the G-force, and you're like, how are they making that happen?
Yeah.
You know, later on you figure out what they do, but it's like at the time, I'm like, we're really flying. This was amazing. All right, so I think I finished my my Funko here. You guys let me know what you think. Got the goatee action, got the glasses on the head. I do wear shorts all the time, and I should have worn my military shorts, my camouflage shorts, and I guess that's the tank top I'd wear if I had the muscles for it.
And a little microphone.
And a little microphone. So yeah,
you're
this is
ready to
my
rumble. I love
this
it.
is Beach Fluffy right here. He's ready to tell jokes at the beach.
I love it.
Beach Fluffy.
First car. I mean, obviously you collect Volkswagen, so you have an affinity for things on wheels. What was your first car?
I'll let you guess what my first car was.
I'm going to say something made by Volkswagen.
Yes, it was a 1968 Volkswagen Bus.
There you go.
It was 8 different shades of primer.
Okay.
And it was powered by 2 people that pushed it most of the time,
Yes.
because very unreliable car.
Yeah.
But it was my first car, so I loved it. And now I can afford to have
Yeah.
somebody work on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That car was powered by prayer at one point. Yeah, it was just, mijo, suerte, suerte, vete.
So, I mean, a lot of our fans love Halloween. What was your favorite thing to dress up at? Or what was the best memory of something that you dressed up as at Halloween?
You know, during Halloween times, we were very limited. We had a budget. My mom wasn't big on Halloween. She's like, ¿Pa qué? You're going to use it one time, y ya. You know, she didn't see the value in it. She's
Yeah.
like, I'll buy you a nice shirt if you're gonna wear it for a year.
Yeah,
I'll buy
yeah.
you some shoes if you're
Yeah.
gonna. She didn't see the value in having a really cool costume, and so most of my costumes were they had a rubber band on it.
Yep.
And you just kind of put it on. I remember dressing up as E.T. I was like the fattest E.T. you ever seen. I was like, I found all the Reese's Pieces. So I remember I was E.T. one year, and then a couple times my mom would just, she'd get creative with her mascara, and she'd
Yeah.
paint lines and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
on me. I'm like, what am I? You're scary, mijo. You're scary.
There you
I'm
go.
like, all right,
There
I'm
you go.
scary. I'm scary. Got the mascara.
You know, my childhood was a steady rotation of sugary breakfast cereals. Everything from Captain Crunch to Blueberry, Frankenberry, Count Chocula. What was your favorite breakfast cereal?
You know, my mom was always trying, I was always a big kid. And so my mom was always trying to find different ways of making me eat better and be more healthy. So I remember my mom bought me grape nuts one time, and that's how I lost a tooth eating grape nuts.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, it's like eating gravel. It's you're eating rocks. Favorite has to be, it was the bootleg version of Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Which it was like this Mexican bear that had like, I don't even know, it was like these little choco balls, and I mean, it was weird. The box was blue, the bear it was like a purple bear. I don't know, it was, we had bootleg stuff. It was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It was good stuff. I remember going to friends' houses and them having real, like Fruity Pebbles. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you got the real
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, oh yeah.
It was like, it's puro, it's the real deal,
Yeah.
and now I got the blue box.
This is there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that's super serious, and people on either side of the equation. And this is a question that has to be asked: Twinkies or ding dongs?
For me, I think that both have changed so much over the years. I remember ding dongs at one point used to be like about that big, and Twinkies were about that big, and then ding dongs were just massive, and they were wrapped in aluminum.
Yep.
And now everything's just it's so much smaller, and it's different. For me, I've always loved ding dongs more.
Okay.
Whether it's from the you stick them in
Yeah.
the freezer.
Yeah.
You take them out, and it's like, ooh, it's part
Yeah.
ice cream, part
Yep.
goodness. So I'm gonna have to go ding dongs.
I love it. Good answer. Pop culture, the signature event is San Diego Comic-Con. You ever been to a Comic-Con, whether it's in San Diego or Chicago or New York? And if so, what's it like? What's it like to walk around? I mean, being a Star Wars fan, being a superhero fan, what's it like to go to a Comic-Con?
I had the chance to go to a Comic-Con in San Diego, and let me tell you something. I remember my childhood and how excited I was to go to a Disneyland or a Magic Mountain or get a toy at the store, and that feeling of like, oh, so excited. And to walk in and be overwhelmed with the amount of just things that get you in touch with your childhood. It's such an incredible feeling walking into Comic-Con. It's just, you can't look in any direction without having a certain emotion of just like, oh, this is so, you're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Whether it was looking at, going to the Marvel section, the Funko section, Star Wars, everything was so much, just excess. It's like, it's one thing to be able to find that one cool little toy.
Yeah.
But when you find just an abundance of it, it is very much I'm not one to say religious, but it felt like a very religious experience. You're just like, you're breathing different. You're walking around and you're like, God, why don't I have more money?
Yeah. Childhood heroes or somebody that influenced you when you were young that you could look up to, or an inspiration, or someone that was a mentor, someone that affected you?
For me, it was my brother.
Okay.
My brother, I didn't grow up with a dad. My brother was the closest thing because he's older and he had facial hair. So I looked up to him. I didn't see him as an equal. He was always like, wow, whatever he says goes. So it was him and Optimus Prime.
Okay, there you go.
Optimus Prime was the leader of the Autobots.
Yeah, yep.
And he, when he said, let's go, wrapped it up,
Yep.
everybody transformed and they rolled out. And my brother had that same power.
There you go. What's it feel like to be popped? I mean, you're now running around with a couple of fluffy Iglesias pops. I mean,
I've never been asked a question like that before.
Yeah, exactly. And in a lot of ways you can take that. But what does it feel like that I know that somebody has come up to you with one of your pops, asked you to sign it. What's it feel like?
It's pretty cool because it is very you guys have a lot of pops, but it's still very exclusive, and not just anyone or anything can become a pop.
Yeah.
And so to be, given that opportunity to become immortalized as one of these figures, and to have two, just in case anybody's wondering, I was very excited. The fact you guys didn't have a comedy division, you didn't have the Pops comedy, and I was the first comic to have one. So to have that 01 right there,
there you go.
That is huge.
That absolutely is big, because I think it's a genre that's doing very well.
And then of course, being able to have my dogs immortalized with me. Come here.
Well, look at this. What an actor.
What
this
an
guy
actor.
is, right?
On cue.
On cue.
On cue. These are my Chihuahuas. Vinny is 10, and Risa. Come here, Risa. Risa is she's the little one right here. She's all of 4 pounds. She's gonna be 17 years old.
Wow.
Hey, come on. Come on, we'll fix this in post. Come here, come here. Yes, this is very accurate right here. The only thing missing is the hat.
There it is.
By the way, these are my rescue. They're rescues.
Oh, are they?
Yes, I rescued them from my previous relationship. So trust me, they're happier now. So it feels great to have my own pop and have 2 pops now.
There you go.
And be having that comedy division, I guess, if that's the right word for it. It feels awesome. It feels great. It's nice to know that something's going to be left around when I'm long gone.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Hey, I grew up watching Warner Brothers cartoons. You got a chance to be involved with Space Jam, the new movie with LeBron James, and you got to play Speedy Gonzalez.
Yes, I am. They finally got a Mexican to play Speedy Gonzalez, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not sure if you knew that. I'm the first Mexican to play Speedy Gonzalez. Mel Blanc was the original.
Can you give us 15 seconds?
I am Speedy Gonzalez, the fastest mouse in all Mexico. Arriba!
Yeah, not stereotypical while he holds a Chihuahua.
Hey, well, look, I can't thank you enough. I think it's awesome that you're leading the charge in our comedy genre for pop, and thanks for coming on and sharing a bit of what you love about pop culture and Funko and our fans. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't forget, I got the reggaeton pants right here.
There you go.
And the flip-flops, but my feet are actually that white.